Good morning. This is John, host of MGTOW is Freedom. It is, I don't know, November 18th, 2016. I don't know what the date is. But I want to thank you guys for subscribing. This channel is growing by leaps and bounds. I get great comments on the videos discussing the topics, the subject matter. There's only the occasional ding-dong, the occasional troll, which is great. I invite you, by the way, to use your discretion when giving them attention. If it's a girl, maybe she just wants attention and from men and she's not getting it, so she, or she's a communist feminist type and she wants to try dominating and testing her skills. So, give them the attention you want. If you think you need to ignore them, ignore them. If you want to just lay it loose, cut into them and put them the fuck down, do it. Be my guest, men. Have at it. Go to battle with them. See what you can do with them. I imagine that the reason feminists, these hardcore whores out there, haven't said anything on my channel is I'm just too small. I try to be inflammatory, but they just don't have the balls to do it. They don't have the intellectual argument, aka the brains, to come on here and throw down, right? I think someone said something like, I said, I have the penis, and so she wrote, you have the penis, but I have the brains. I'm like, I can claim to be Superman. It doesn't make it so. Prove it. If you want to fucking throw down like that, tell me what your IQ is. Woman, no, I'm not going to get that. I have the brains. You mean you're good at manipulating men and stealing their shit? Is that it? And with that, I will segue over into the topic of the video. That is the Disney Princess, an American horror story. I fucking hate princesses. I hate them. I grew up in America just like everyone else with various cartoons from Disney coming out. And the older I got, the less I watched them for, personal pleasure, but friends of mine had kids, little sons and little daughters, and they'd put on the fucking Disney movie. Got a movie called Aladdin. It's supposed to be about a boy who finds a lamp, gets a genie to help him. But the movie is really about the princess, the American princess. She's just, named Jasmine and is the daughter of the Sultan. But she's still got the princess attitude, even though she's got everything she wants. But let's go back to the Disney princess and where a lot of them come from. Let's go there, Buster. Come on, you're welcome. The Disney princess. Oh, that's Jim. Fuck. Okay. Where they come from. Snow White, little white girl running through the forest, really got nothing to her name. She's got the clothes on her back and a smile on her face. Nothing. Who the fuck is she? Okay, it's Cinderella. She is the poor stepsister. The poor stepsister who cleans house. Her qualifications for being a princess in life are the same as Snow White. Nothing. Cinderella's pretty and she's good at cleaning. She likes to sing. Name your princess. So what happens? What happens? Well, she wants to be saved. She wants to be rescued. The Disney princess, or princess to be, she is weak. She's desperate. She's put down. She's oppressed. Basically, she seems to be all the things that little American girls are. And so what happens is a prince comes through and he finds her beautiful. Cinderella shows up at the ball because she gets a magic gown and some glass slippers. And she's so beautiful that she captures the prince's heart. And let's just stick with Cinderella and not bounce around too much, even though it's fun to compare all the different American princesses. And these are actually horror stories. So what does the prince have? He's powerful. He's handsome. He has great manners. He works really hard, apparently, at keeping his kingdom intact because everything's clean and beautiful. And all the princess has to do is want. That's all she has to do. Cinderella wants, right? And the prince falls in love with her. He falls in love with her, and he goes searching for her. Why? What does she have that he really wants? What does she bring to him? It's a great question to ask, isn't it? Really, if a prince who has everything material, what does he want? He wants a pretty woman, as if he couldn't go anywhere to get one. Same story all of us men have. How hard is it to get a pretty woman? What does she bring to the relationship? Well, the prince goes around the kingdom trying to find the girl because he's got the glass slipper. And they really only show what happens when he comes to Cinderella's house and the ugly stepsisters who are dominating bitches, who want Cinderella to do their work for her and take care of her for her. They are acting like in-your-face feminists, right? And in the cartoon, they're presented as bad and ugly and scowling. But don't those fucking women, Cinderella's stepmother and stepsisters, they're called the evil stepsisters, aren't they fucking ugly? And isn't their behavior familiar? Fuck, it's a horror story. The Disney princess, the way it's presented, is a horror story. So then they show you the alternative, these ugly stepsisters and stepmother, and then this beautiful, soft Cinderella. So the prince comes and she puts her foot in the slipper and he's like, yes, it's you. And he's, what the fuck does he see in her? She can sing a little. She's beautiful. She is exactly the opposite of what feminists say a woman should be. Yet she's the ultimate feminist, Cinderella is. By the mere virtue of her beauty, she gets to have everything. She doesn't have to bring anything to the relationship. Is Cinderella going to go to the prince's castle after marrying him? After having that beautiful fucking white wedding? Is he going to make her scrub the floors? Is she going to have to run around and dote after him and get his slippers and get his drinks? No, she is now a princess, Cinderella is, in the castle. She brings nothing to the marriage. Where did she learn her skills, her kindness and everything? Oh, she was born with it. She was born to be a princess, right? She magically had all of these abilities. No, Cinderella is just like every other girl out there. She just got picked. She gives nothing to the relationship, and now she's going to be taken care of the rest of her life. This is what American girls grow up thinking. They're Cinderella. They're going to meet their knight in shining armor, their handsome prince who's going to have everything. And in her, he's going to see all the beauty of the world. And she's not going to have to change herself a bit. And he's going to give her everything she wants. The castle. He's going to have a beautiful castle. The carriage. She's going to have a beautiful car. She gets everything and has to put in nothing. She's not going to have to try. She just gets because she wants. That is the American horror story. Because I have lived it. You guys, I know you have lived it too. You've had to deal with these fucking princesses out here. And the only redeeming quality they have is that they can be beautiful. And some of them can act and talk nice. But what they don't show you in Cinderella is what she does after the words "the end" flash across the screen. She's never been happy in her life. Now she's magically going to be happy. Why? Because he gave her material stuff? Materialism does not bring happiness. Happiness is up here. What else is Cinderella bringing into his house? Right? Bringing into his castle. She's going to bring in all of her bullshit, her baggage. Right? The moment he says anything, oh, that's what my stepmother and stepsisters used to say, right? You don't see all that because they don't present it in the cartoon as reality. They give girls the fantasy. And girls take on all the great attributes or wants of Cinderella. I'm beautiful, I'm nice, I can't wait for a princess. But in real life, in the lives, men, that we have to live, these Cinderellas, these sleeping beauties, these Snow Whites, they bring all of their bullshit into our lives. We think we're getting a fucking princess. Oh, isn't she cute? Come on into my house. I'll pay for everything and take care of you. But it's not that cartoon. You get some sex, but that ends. Everything in the cartoon, it's not real. But girls take and want and demand all of the good things that Cinderella gets for free. And they, just like Cinderella, bring nothing into the relationships. They want you to pay for everything. It's your house, your car, and their way. These Disney movies are fucking horror stories. They just don't have blood spraying everywhere. There's not people running around de-limbed. These cartoons are used to indoctrinate little girls. And you, men, have to pay the fucking price. It's what they want. You never even really hear the prince say anything. What's his demand of Cinderella? He just wants her, to be pretty? It's not real life. And so you get a girl in real life and she says, make me happy. And you're like, fuck, I can't. You have to be happy. And magically Cinderella knows how to love a man the way he wants to be loved. She was raised by an evil bitch, no husband in sight. Obviously, they either killed him and ate him for dinner, or he fucking fled like a gazelle running from a fucking lion. And those two evil hags. So growing up around that, Cinderella knows how to treat a man properly, knows how to love him and give him what he wants. Oh, no, see, he's the prince. So he doesn't need any of that stuff. He is expected to just deal and go without because he's the prince. Cinderella doesn't have to give him anything. And that's the way that story goes. She doesn't have to give anything. She doesn't have to know anything. She just has to be pretty. And then the demand isn't even there. The prince just hands his fucking money over to her. He gives her everything she wants without any effort at all. That is what we're facing in our culture. The Disney horror story. The prince comes along and just gives, and the woman doesn't have to give anything, and she doesn't have to know anything. She just has to be pretty and put her hand out, and he puts the royal credit card in it. And magically she's happy. But in real life, we know that's not it. They demand, we give. They demand some more, we give. They're never happy, and they're looking for the next prince to come along and be the real prince. That's reality. And Disney is the horror story, but it starts the ball rolling. And dads now, they call their daughters their little princesses. They grow up with it in their fucking heads that they're going to be a princess, and it's their body, their way, their rules all the time. And if you want anything to do with them, you have to give them exactly what they want. And that is why men are going their own way. I want to thank you for watching this video. You see it, I see it. Let's help men who don't see it to recognize it. The value of going your own way, whatever way that is. It's your choice, men. Go your own way. Tell these fucking princesses to fuck off. Get their hands out of your wallet. Don't even bother touching you, right? Unless it's exactly what you want. If you find the woman that you think works, try it. See how you like it. Get back to me on that. I hope you're successful. I really do. But I know what the odds are. I've done the fucking scientific research. Scientific research. Where are the good women at, you ask? They left your life a long time ago, man. They got on a different boat. You're left with the Disney princesses out there. With all of their psychological disorders, fucking hang-ups, and even good people. Even good men and the good women out there. They've got psychological hang-ups, and it's enough work. It's hard enough when someone has a really good heart and they really do want to try. and they bring everything they can to the relationship and they want to serve each other. They still have problems. It's still a lot of work. Because it's life and it's reality. It's not a fucking fairy tale on a Disney silver screen. Life is a fucking horror story. And when you bring one of the major characters from a horror story into your life, you're asking for mayhem. You're asking for the blood to be sprayed everywhere, because when it gets tough, when things are hard in a relationship, what do you see, guys? What's your experience? People get hacked to pieces. The princess in your life says, make things better, make me happy, give me what I want. Damn it, I'm a princess and you're supposed to give. And you're like, I have given all I can, bitch. There is nothing left to give. I give to you. And the Disney princess doesn't care. In the movie, I get what I want happily ever after. Women, these feminist bitches, these gold-digging whore princesses, don't know how to be happy. They don't know how to serve and love a man. They are a nightmare scenario from a horror movie. They're Freddy Krueger with 36 double D fake titties. And they're coming after you. And they're going to tell you they're a princess and put that smile on. But after the dance, after the ball, after everyone goes home, you look at her and you go, what are you bringing me? Nothing. Nothing at all. They don't bring you shit. You have to make them happy. You have to keep giving to them. And some try and some give a little bit, but do they really contribute? Are they there for love, or are they there for your money, the security you provide financially, the benefits of your utility, your hard work, the muscle and fiber on your body, the drive and strength of a man, and the brains between your ears that solve problems and make life good? Do you have a Disney princess? Do you want one? I had one, and I'll never have one again. Fuck that. I have the penis. It's mine. No Disney princesses for me. No Disney princesses for me. Bat those lashes at me if you're a Disney princess. I'll know it in less than 5 minutes. You know, you can't do it. You can't dress like Jasmine from Aladdin and convince me you're worth having. No Disney princesses for me, because that is a horror story. This is John, host of MGTOW. I have the penis. Have a great day. Semper Fi.